Hi there, you are going to join me on a trip to my favorite Goodwill. They were restocking. I do try to hit this Goodwill right after I go to the post office, which is usually around noon or 1 o'clock, and that is usually when they are restocking. The first thing I found was this Dragon Tales. This reminded me of Jenny when she was little. She used to love watching Dragon Tales. This does sell for pretty good money, but then I looked again at the sold comps and a lot of them had free shipping, and plus Emily had written her name on both sides of the tag, so I did leave that there. They had some other cute little stuffed animals, but nothing too terribly exciting in the cart. And then I turned and I saw this vintage blow mold, and I thought, how is this still standing here? And is there another one? But there was only just the one. So I did decide to I did decide to take it and put it in my cart. It is from 1969, even though there was only one. And in the cart it goes. And I noticed that there were some other carts, so I decided to poke around in the other carts to see if there was anything. I've said this before, they let you look through the carts, but I don't like to sit there and dig, especially if they're trying to work and restock the shelves with the items. So when when there's no one around them is when I like to look through them. And I don't really dig deep. I kind of look with my eyes and see if there's anything. But that had a lot of big, bulky glass items, so I did leave that there. That was plastic, so it stayed on the shelf. The next card had a lot of luggage, so I decided to leave that one and go look for that pink and white angel that I showed, I believe, in my last video. I didn't show exactly what it looked like, so I went and found it again on the shelf. This is what it looked like, and I didn't show it last time. See how it looks old, but it's from Dollar General. Trickery. These are all individual. They were individually priced, which was kind of disappointing. Normally, they would have bagged these up and put one price on them, and so because they were individually priced, I left them on the shelf as well. And they had restocked quite a bit on these shelves. They were full since the last time I was here. And then I saw this little cake server and cake dish. So I had to move some things up off of it so we could get a look at the design. It was in very good shape. It was nicely priced. And then when I lifted the cake plate, I noticed that there were cake plates, dessert plates underneath. There was a whole set. So I decided to put them on top in case someone needed that. And there it was waiting for them. And then they have quite a few plates. I always like to look through the plates, see if there's anything that grabs my attention. This looked like Francoma to me. I don't think it was. Maybe it was. But it wasn't marked, so I left it there, and it was only one cup and saucer. And then under this lamp, they had some artwork. There we go. That was hand painted, but then I think this was just a decoupaged picture on wood, and then this was a heavy rock, which was nice. It was nicely painted. This large piece was made in Mexico. I wonder how long, how long the person had it and where they had it, because it was kind of a neat piece. Like out on your patio, I could see that if you had a whole bunch of cactus around it. I looked to see if this was American Girl doll. It was not. But this little trivet was sweet. It was marked on the back here, made in Japan, but it had some damage to the front. It kind of gave off a 70s, 80s vibe to me. There's my light. And then they had some papers here. And I'm not doing the voiceover this time because Cher is singing If She Could Turn Back Time. So you have to listen to me. So there was this stationery, and then they had some placemats. Fun fact, Cher was the very first concert I ever went to back in high school. And then they had this bag of ephemera, and they're old vintage postcards, and I'll go through them later in the video. This was really neat. This was a bun warmer, and I'm going to put the name of the pottery up there, Blue Moon Pottery. Had a little seashell imprint on it, and it came with the directions. But I just wasn't feeling it. I don't know if it was the surface marks on there or not, but I decided to leave that there. I am checking out these placemats to see if they have a brand name on them, if they have any kind of markings that I can look up. But to me, after flipping through them a little bit, I felt that they weren't anything too crazy special. And then this was still in the package. It was fun looking at the package on this. You got the 4 placemats, napkins, and napkin rings. Very 80s looking to me. And then over on the lamp section, they had this really sweet little nursery lamp of a lamb. Look at that. That's so sweet. It was a nice size. It wouldn't have been too terrible to ship, but I decided against it. And then next to the lamb, there was a statue of the Virgin Mary, and it was a plastic light-up light. Now we're over in the green section. I wasn't quite sure what this was for. Maybe just to hang on your wall for decorative use. And then I'm trying to let you shop along with me by giving you a look at the shelves. They had these coasters and the tile. Well, after I look at the mug, there's a tile I look at. And then that all kind of went with the cake plate that I showed earlier. Had kind of that vintage flower theme. And then if these had been colored pencils, this is Faber-Castell. These were just drawing pencils, but if they were colored pencils, I definitely would have picked those up for Jenny because they're expensive, and I've picked them up at thrift stores before for really not a lot of money, and they were in really great shape because they're expensive pencils. Then this pottery piece on the end, I really liked the blue in it. I don't know, and it was signed. I don't know if it's for wine or if, I think it would be more for a crock for your kitchen, for your utensils, but it's a little blurry, sorry. But I really thought the blue was really pretty against that terracotta. And then underneath here, this is something you see a lot of around here in Lancaster County, but that had a lot of wear to it. It was a nice saying though, but had a lot of wear. And then this was a pretty little desk organizer. It was made out of heavy cardboard, and the marking on the bottom said Cynthia Rowley, and I believe that is a designer, and it was distributed through Staples. It was only $1.99, but I did decide to leave it there for somebody else. But I did think it was pretty, and there you go. And then I decided to go look at the art, and they had this huge painting. And then I'm going to turn the camera a little bit. Here we go. And it was an actual painting on canvas, and it did have a hole, unfortunately, right there. So I decided to leave that there. And then I went over into the toy section. I'm surprised these are still here. These are Melissa and Doug building blocks. I had these in my classroom when I taught 3rd grade. They used to belong to Jenny, and kids love playing with them, building with them. These are a great deal. $3.99 just per bag. One in pink. My friend has one in red, and she says it actually really works. I've never seen the pink one before. The red one. Supposedly it works. She's saying it is. Here's some notebook cards. Papyrus. And I was looking what else I could find on the red aisle. They also had some bags of washi tape. Those are always fun to use in your crafts. And here's your mug. And then I noticed they were restocking again. So we are going to take a little gander at the carts. This was Tall Ships of the World. And I thought it was interesting that it was sold, well, I'm going to show you in a second. It was sold at Giant, and Giant is a grocery store chain. So there's the Mayflower, but I didn't need it. So I left it there in the cart. And then I realized that there were all of these Valentine mugs. This was a little waterfall thing, but look at all the Valentine mugs. It's kind of strange. Then this blue saucer was hiding an origami thing, and origami's always fun to make. But then I was trying to see if there was anything in the mugs that I needed, even though I try not to buy mugs, but mugs are so easy to ship, and some of them are super cute. Then I noticed that there was this vintage cup and saucer, and I thought, well, let's put this up high. And then I realized when I got it out that the saucer, or it actually looks like a plate now that I look at it, it had another plate. So I put them together. Maybe they would put them together on the shelf. I don't know. So I went back to looking in the cart. Couldn't really get out the origami box. And then I think, I thought this was Treasure Craft, but it was just a mother sign. So I left that as well. Window candles. Some Christmas. Looks like some vintage Christmas. There's a left-in boot. Some old stuff in there. Reindeers. We'll take that. There's a nun. Oh, she was the lid to something. Oh, a Joseph original. Oh, her little birdie's broken. Let's put this right here. Let's see. Ooh. She has her flowers. Some of them are, I think it's an okay shape. Sunken Garden of St. Petersburg, Florida. During this trip to Goodwill, I ran into somebody I know. Her name is Christine. She's also a reseller. She sells on eBay, and she has an Instagram account, and they're both the same name, Two Little Cherries. And we were getting to talking, and we've known each other, I think, about 2 years. She saw something on my Instagram and bought it from me, and that's how we met. And we've run into each other from time to time. So we were catching up, and she noticed the giant blow mold, and we were saying how cool it was. And then we separated and went shopping again, you know, you're shopping by yourself again. And then I ran around the corner, and she had another blow mold in her hand. And she said, for a second there, she said, "Why did Dagny put the blow mold back?" And then she realized that they had put the second one out, and so she gave it to me. So I thought that was very nice of her. And then also she had this little vase with enameled flowers, and she didn't want that either. I've put a link to Christine's eBay store in the description of this video in case you want to check her store out. Thank you again, Christine.
There we go. Hi, Chubby. Chubby's fishing. He's got his light vest on. We call him Chubby sometimes. His name's Charlie. Call him Charles. Chubby. Charlie. Chucky. Chubby Pants. Yeah. This is Muddy Run State Park. One of our newer excursions in our canoe, which is fairly new to us and just something we've always liked the idea of. And we had one a long time ago, but we really didn't embrace it, and we didn't have Jenny, and so we want to take our canoe on more excursions. Eventually get a single person canoe, so two of us can be in this canoe, one can be in a single person canoe, and we can have all the dogs probably with us but Indy. See, the kayaks are more stable, but then you can't put, like we have all this space. Like if you had dogs in a, huh? What? Well, I know we should have brought a cooler, but yeah, we'll get there. I mean, this isn't a very big lake. I mean, we're just going to paddle around and get more comfortable. But it's a beautiful day. So... Huh? Charlie, what are you doing? Hey, Chubby. No, back inside. What are you putting your pulse over the side for? I'll just strap you in here in a minute. I don't know where you're... No, don't like the paddle. Oh, look at Charlie in the open seas. There he comes. Oh, he's gonna go there and there. Good boy, just relax. Just keep that weight in the center.
There's Susie. Good girl, Sue. Stay. Good girl, Susie Doos. Good girl.
Beautiful day, isn't it?
It is. Jimmy, smile.
What fun.
Yeah, fine pig canoeing.
That's a little bit. A little bit. Let me just get better. You're already good at it. We'll get better. Like I wouldn't even think about standing up.
Oh my God, I hope
I'm
not.
sure you can, but I wouldn't think about it.
Please don't stand up.
No, I'm not going to. Of course, if I put my foot in, I'd rather pull off anything too bad either. But Charlie, hey, I don't think nothing.
Wait.
Oh, there you go. Charlie, okay. Yeah, don't be sure of the water. Look at him. Try to look at the dodo bird. Oh. Let's see, I wonder how they... Can they see the bottom if they knew he could stand there? Or... Yeah. You're fine, you can film it. Jesus. Look, he lets me on camera. Must be a YouTube star. He's gonna stand on the branch.
We had gotten our canoe last fall and were able to take it out on one trip before the weather turned cold. So we had a long spell of really hot weather, and so we decided to go exploring at Muddy Run. We did leave Jenny at her friend's house, and we brought the dogs. We had never brought the dogs before, and they seemed to enjoy it. And then the next day, we took Jenny out on the Susquehanna, and it was nice because it was a larger body of water to explore, but the Susquehanna is very dirty and very shallow in places. It was neat here at Muddy Run because it was very clean and a lot of birds to look at, and unfortunately I did not take our camera with us to the Susquehanna, and it was unfortunate because we did see an eagle, a bald eagle, sitting, and then it turned and flew over us, and it would have been great to have captured that on video, but unfortunately I didn't have my camera. I hope you enjoyed our little paddle around the lake, and coming up next are some things that I found at Goodwill. This was the bag of postcards, and they had some Valentines, and I know Valentines sell well, so I did decide to get the bag and go through it with you to see what else was in the bag. There's cards and postcards. This one says to Clara Smith from Emma. Another Clara Smith. Looks like they're in order from the holidays. These are so pretty. That one looks like it's kind of stuck. I don't want to force it with one hand. Oh, that's pretty. That's nice. Embossed postcard. Wow, there's a lot of Valentines. I didn't realize there were so many. Oh, here's a Christmas one. Oh, look, it says Mama. Oh, that's sweet. Uncle Jacob. Oh, here's another Valentine. It's a thicker one. To Clara Smith from Nellie something. Oh, does it open up? Oh, it does. It's like a cardboard one. Oh, look, a canoe one. That's appropriate. Let's not wait for your ship to come in. Let's canoe. Canoe? Oh, that's sweet too. Oh, her waist moves. Oh, that's cool. That's pretty with the birds. Wow, there are more Valentines than I thought. These are really pretty. Clara Smith, it must have been her collection of cards. A little tiny one. Oh, look, someone made it. Aw, that is adorable. Can you keep a secret? I'll wait around forever if you'll be my Valentine. Aw. Wow, they're mostly Valentine with just a few Christmases. That's great. Oh, that one has a little hole in it. These are nice. Oh, and this has a little bit of glitter. So that is that bag. Next, we're going to go through the Christmas bag. Okay, I have only unknotted the bag. I have not looked through it yet. This is what I bought it for, this left-in Japan boot. Has a little wear on the paint. A little vintage tissue, looks like, in there. We'll get rid of that. So that is in good shape. Let's see what else. Okay, so I bought it for that, and everything else is a bonus. This looked old to me. It is styrofoam and felt. That's really cute. Humpty Dumpty sitting on a wall. I don't know if he's a... doesn't look like he's an ornament. I guess you could apply a string to his hat. There's a Santa Claus icicle. This looks more contemporary. It's hot up here, and so there's a bug flying around. I'm gonna have to get that bug. Like I was saying, it's hot up here because I do have window air conditioners, but I have to turn it off when I'm recording or you wouldn't be able to hear me. So that was a mosquito. So I am glad I got the mosquito. All right, back to this. We have made in Hong Kong. So these have some age to them. Probably from the 70s, I would guess. 70s, maybe 80s. Here we have a deer with a little bell. Its neck is turned green. Let's see, let me lighten it up a little bit. There we go. Neck is turned green from the chain, but I think I can clean that up. He'll have to lay down. Let's see. We have another little deer here. Oh dear. And there's some more. See, 3 of those. Oh, no, 4. 4 little deer. And last but not least, a Santa head, and that looks more contemporary as well. And that's an ornament. So that's not bad. It was only $1.99. I really like the, stay there, I really like the Santa boot and the Humpty Dumpty and of course the little deer figurines. Here are the rest of the items that I found at Goodwill. I hope you enjoyed this video and our little trip in our canoe. I wonder if you like to canoe or kayak, or maybe there's something else that you maybe like a water skiing. I've never done that. I don't think I'm brave enough to do that. I truly appreciate your support of my channel by subscribing and hitting the thumbs up button and leaving a comment. I hope you're having a great day, and I'll see ya.